All right.
Ooh.
Here we go. This is the first ever episode of Encumbered Conversations.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. Came up with that in the shower.
Like 10 minutes ago?
Yep.
Cool. All right.
This is just a quick and simple video of me doing a draw over of one of our amazing adventurers and having a guest of that character.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is let's go over who we are since this is the first video.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I am Beezy. I play Craven, the ranger in our game, but I'm also the primary artist / animator on this little project we're doing. And I'm joined by the lovely Ian.
Yep, and I play this lovely boy right here, Sir Kubrick. He is a fighter paladin.
Yeah, baby boy.
Mainly fighter. And he and Craven are both epic boys.
They are pretty epic boys. So they haven't actually known each other very long, though, right?
No, like not even 2 months. Well, maybe 2 months.
We've had a bit of a time gap
Yeah.
in our game. But you've actually been we talked about this the other day. You've been playing this character for over a year, right?
Yes, definitely.
So, without getting too much into potential spoilers for upcoming videos that we have planned, you have been playing this character the longest out of anyone else in the game. I had another character who is no longer in the game for reasons that we won't get into.
Yeah.
But he and my character were best friends, and something happened, and now he's not around for the moment. And so I had to come up with a new character, but we'll talk about him in a later video.
Yeah. He's pretty sweet.
So what is some things about Kubrick that I haven't really come across in the Encumbered Animation videos? That...
Well, a big one is that he's a diplomat.
That's true. That's fair. So one of the thing about Encumbered Animation videos is they are basically 4-hour videos or 4-hour game sessions condensed down into 1-minute videos.
Yeah.
So we tend to not cover all the things that happened, but they are actually things that happen in our game. It's just kind of the quick and dirty version of it all.
Yeah. Well, I did actually crash a griffin 60 feet below.
Yes, that actually happened, despite Craven's warnings.
I think it worked out great.
I mean, honestly, it did, but it could have been real bad. And you're kind of notorious for being the heavy damage dealer.
Yeah.
Nothing against you personally, but my character definitely relies on you to be like, hey, just go up there and kill that thing.
I mean...
I know you can. Just go do it.
Your character does quite a bit of damage as well.
I can. It kind of depends on what I'm fighting, and I don't play a legal version of a ranger.
Right.
We kind of have a homebrewed version that we're play testing, and
because ranger sucks.
Yeah, they have some issues.
They don't suck. They're not super good, you could say.
Yeah, they're definitely not the best.
And they're kind of bland.
And so yeah, our lovely DM, who he compiled a couple different homebrew things, and tried to help me out. So now I'm really powerful in one area, but maybe not in all the areas. But
I think that makes sense.
Even when I'm in my favorite terrain and fighting my favorite enemy, I still can't even come close to the amount of damage that Kubrick can do.
Well, no, and that's, Kubrick's full-on frontal assault can only be done once, really.
Yeah.
So that there is that. I can do a ton of damage on, one turn, and then after that I'm doing just, regular, good damage, but not super high.
You kind of blow your load in one go, right?
Yeah.
That is how we would describe that, correct?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
If if I need to.
Right.
If it's a boss time or something,
So you are currently, what, level 9?
I am level 9 now,
okay.
As of last session.
Right. So we are, let's see, our other character. What is happening with my stupid Photoshop? What is your max damage? Because as a paladin, you have that just so wonderful ability.
Divine Smite.
Divine Smite.
I think, without doing the math right now, I think my maximum damage is somewhere around 130 something.
Jeez.
If that's like, if I action surge, all 4 attacks hit, and triple Divine Smite. Because I'm a level 3 paladin, so I can only do it 3 times. Somewhere around
I mean,
there.
but really, do you need more than that? Like,
yeah, when you're gonna fight a beholder, you do need more than that,
yeah,
probably.
that's another bit of lore in our game. Is we have already come into contact with the big bad of our campaign once. It did not go well.
We were like level 5.
Yeah. The DM warned us not to do it, and we were dumb, and we kind of went against his wishes, and bad things happened. But your character survived, and now we know.
Yeah, and we're gonna kill him soon, maybe.
Yeah, that's pretty much your Kubrick's like main motive right now is for revenge, and that's why you went paladin, right?
Yeah, well,
go into that. Because you started out as a fighter.
Yeah,
right?
and I went fighter until like level 4, and then our DM gave me a situation to either continue just fighter, sign a contract to become a warlock, or deepen my relationship with my deity tier. And I decided to do that one, and I ended up taking the Oath of Vengeance because I got my oath after we met the big bad.
Oh, that's right. I
and
forgot
so,
about that.
like, the main reason, like, my main vengeance that I'm trying to deal is to the big bad.
I mean, honestly, though, the game has a tendency of having you be the focus to it for a lot of the...
It really does.
A lot of the drama. So it's not even... like, you have a demon that's trying to find you and kill you, and there's all kinds of craziness coming after you.
Yeah. There's another game we play, and my character in that one is also, like... not the main character, but a lot of the story has been focused on him.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I seem to fall into that.
Oh, there's like a weird vibrator.
Yeah, I'm getting a phone call, but I think it's just a random number, probably. But yeah, I don't know. I fall into that for some reason. Yeah, I don't know why, but
I'm the DM of the other game that we play. We haven't played it in a little while, but we I DM one game, and then we have another. It's 4 of us brothers. So we have Jabin, who is the oldest, and he plays the he's a warrior bard. Is that what it's called?
In which game? The current one?
This one, Encumbered Conversation.
Sword College, right? Something like that.
So it's the one where they juggle swords and crap.
Yeah, they juggle swords. That's how they cast magic.
Yeah. Not so much Shuzug, but he plays Shuzug the bard, and he is kind of like our head writer for these episodes. He's the one that kind of he gets with the DM, and the two of them kind of condense the sessions down into bite-sized chunks that I can animate. So he plays Shuzug, and then I play Craven and do the animation, and then Evan, who is younger than me but not the youngest, he is the DM, and he puts most of his effort into DMing. He doesn't. He helps with the writing and recording a little bit. But anyone that has ever played Dungeons and Dragons know that DMing is quite difficult sometimes.
Yeah, it can be.
So he does that, and then there's Ian, who is the baby, and he plays Kubrick.
The baby.
I mean, technically. You're wait, how old are you? You're 18 now?
I'm 17, but I will be 18 in a couple months.
Yeah, so we cover this.
Yeah, we're all over the place.
We're all over the place.
But I mean, as far as just playing D&D, we've played real D&D for almost 3 years, I guess.
So yeah, back when I was in college, I was like, I really wanted to find an activity that we could all get into, and I started listening to, I can't remember what it was. I don't even think it's a podcast anymore, but it was a podcast that talked about various things, and they mentioned that they played a D&D style game, and I was like, oh yeah, I could do that. And so I made just a huge map out of cardboard and had everybody make characters. I didn't know anything about the actual rules of D&D, and it did not go well.
We had fun.
It was fun, but it was just like
it was a mess.
It was all over the place. And then over time, we were like, let's just play like the real game. And so we've been playing role-playing games for probably like
It's been a long
4+ years, maybe, somewhere around
like
there.
5 maybe.
Yeah.
Now. And like we went from that into like almost D20 modern.
Yeah,
It was like a very simple version of that
right.
because we found like those weird stat sheets.
Yeah, we've tried a couple different things, and then I started my campaign when I was living up in Canada.
Yeah.
And we played over Skype.
I don't remember how we found out about actual D&D, but
Well, I started watching Critical Role, and that was
that's right.
that was kind of the thing for me of like, man, I really want to play another game with you guys, because there for a while we were doing, like, we were playing role-playing games, but there was very little structure.
Yeah, and it was like once a month, and the sessions were like 9 hours long.
Yeah.
Because we did like a whole story in one day.
Those were intense.
Yeah.
We've kind of covered the full spectrum. Is Kubrick your favorite, if not one of your favorites?
Like just character-wise?
Yeah, because you've played. I would say you, out of everyone, have played the most characters, because you've been a part of, like, we all haven't been able to play in every single game that someone has run, but I think you've probably played most of them.
Yeah. So in D&D 5e, I've played 3, excluding one-shots. I've played 3 characters. Kubrick, my character in your game, and then our eldest brother. He had a game once, and I played a fighter in that one as well.
Okay.
I don't know. It's a tie between Kubrick and Umaros, who was my character in BZ's campaign.
Let's just share a little bit about Mr. Umaros. Quick note. Umaros was the character that we had not ever played official D&D before.
It was our first time.
First time ever playing, and we did not roll stats an appropriate way. The way we rolled stats was you roll a d20 and you get what you get.
Yeah, I think we rolled 7, so like you dropped the lowest one.
Yeah, and so you rolled
I got a natural 20 on
You
one
got
of
a
them.
natural 20, so you just pump that into your dex, and now freaking you have this weird deity of speed who...
Yeah, because
Oh my gosh.
I'm a feral tiefling, so I have +2 to dex, and back then we didn't know that like you couldn't go above 20.
Yeah.
And so I have 22, and we never changed it just because it had been that way for so long.
Well, I remember you asking me, you were like, is this okay? And I was like, I mean, I guess. Like, I like the idea of you having, like, a super powerful character, and I did not realize what I was doing to myself.
Yeah, because I have that 22 in dex, I have 18 in intelligence, and then my next highest score is a 15 in strength. And then everything else is like a 12.
Yeah. So you are amazing at the things that you do.
Yeah.
Primarily.
But the other character in your game is debatably better stat-wise.
Are you talking about Evan's character?
Yeah.
Yeah, Evan.
Cinder.
Evan has a character which we might get into when I do an interview with him. Cinder, the barbarian sorcerer.
Paladin.
Oh yeah, he is a paladin too.
He's 3 classes.
Yeah, we rolled stats for him legally, and he just...
His stats are insane.
If I didn't see him roll his stats, I would have assumed he lied. But he rolled so well.
His he has 2 12s, and then everything else is like above 14.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
He has like 2 20s or something. Yeah, but yeah, your game is way more fantasy.
Yeah.
Whereas this game is way more... I mean, it's obviously fantasy, but it's a lot more realistic.
We tend to stick to a kind of a grittier rule set with this game that we don't really cover in the videos. But one of the reasons we called the channel Encumbered Animations is because encumbrance has played a huge factor in our game. Because we're adventuring out in the wilderness, and it makes a huge difference when you are traveling and you have to keep track of... my character can only carry like 30 pounds of equipment, so...
Not that low, but yeah.
It's pretty close.
Yeah, you have 8 strength.
He is a tiny little boy.
Kubrick, however, has 18 strength.
Yeah, and Shuzu can just carry a mountain.
Yeah, because Shuzu's an orc.
Yeah. But yeah, so we got quite a few different things going on. What else we got?
In case anyone wonders why Kubrick uses a spear,
Ooh, yeah.
which is in D&D land not a great choice really.
Oh yeah, Ian's super passionate about the.
Okay, look, man, a spear without the spear mastery feat is a 1d6 if you hold it in one hand, or a 1d8 and if you hold it in both hands.
Right.
It does not gain reach, so it's literally just a horrible version of a sword.
Yes.
Because a sword in one hand is 1d8. So, like, I picked the spear because Kubrick is loosely a character I had before we even played this game.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and so he was always a spearman, but so I was like, all right, I'll do the spear. I don't, whatever. It's lower damage, whatever. But I was always intending to take the spear mastery feat, which makes it do a bit more damage, and you get a couple other things. And our DM was like, well, the spear mastery feat's not that good, so he also homebrewed that to make it better.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that. But so now the spear is actually quite useful for me, because if I hold it in both hands, it's 10 feet, and it does the same damage as a longsword, along with something else I can't remember. But
Yeah, I can't think of off the top of my head.
I can throw it further, but
Oh, but you never. You have thrown your spear a couple times.
I have a few times. Most of the time it's shield and spear, but usually whenever a battle is getting too close, there's a possible death, I usually throw the shield away and I double hand the spear.
Yeah, in every epic battle that we have, there's a moment where
Yeah.
you let go of the spear or the shield and just go full on rage mode. And
Yeah.
throw the.
Which I plan to eventually not even use a shield most of the time.
Fix this foot.
um,
I don't like that point.
which might be sooner than later. I'm getting a new set of armor, and it might be good enough to not even need a shield.
That's true. We played a session a week ago where things got crazy, and I cannot wait to animate it.
Oh yeah,
I'm hoping
that one's gonna be tough though.
Well, by the time we get there, I'm hoping to kind of have figured out a solid workflow for these videos, and I will be able to animate that one a little bit more. Man, it just deserves some love. Like it was such an epic moment.
It was, yeah.
It was so cool. It was so cool. I have to figure out a way to make it as awesome as it was in game.
We have to find some like royalty free anime music for that.
Yeah,
scene.
for sure. Because, man, it was just like take an AMV video, and that's what our session was. It was just nonstop.
It was a really intense and good session.
Yeah,
though.
Jabin and I weren't even, like, we were there, we were in the session, but we weren't actually playing. But we were so engaged. That's one of my favorite things about D&D, and especially like the game that we play. It's like I didn't care one bit that I wasn't involved in the conflict.
Yeah.
But I felt like I was helping you like get your dice and figure out what you were gonna do, or helping you do your math and stuff. And it was so much fun for me. And I think Jabin was the same way.
Yeah, I think we all are really.
Yeah,
all four of us.
it's not really about like, I don't know, it's a good brother bonding time for us.
I care more about the story itself.
Yeah, we tend to lean more into the story stuff than other games, because I've played with other people before, and it's a lot more, I guess, that classic D&D where you go into a what am I thinking of? Go into a dungeon, kill things, loot stuff.
Yeah.
We don't really have those moments too often in our home game.
It's rarely a dungeon crawl.
Yeah. Which I'm not against a good dungeon crawl every once in a while.
But our games are definitely more like we've had sessions in this game where there's not even a combat in the entire thing, and I'm fine with that.
Yeah, the last game that we played, it was just like our characters, Craven and Kubrick, had like just an hour-long conversation talking about planning and stuff.
Yeah.
And I remember looking at the clock and I was just like, oh crap.
Yeah, we talked for like an hour straight.
Yeah.
But
Well, I mean, I think this is the line work for Mr. Kubrick Elros. I don't have a cool sign-off tag for these videos.
We're gonna roll out of here because you roll dice.
Oh,
yeah.
That's not gonna be it.
Nope, that's pretty bad. I'm leaving.
All right, that's the tag. Just the person walks out.
Yeah.
That's
Goodbye.
Yeah.
Your guest is gone.
All right. Thank you all for watching and doing all the cool YouTubey things that people are supposed to do. And keep checking out the channel to make you're sure you're up to date on all the stuff we send out. Yeah, that was very concise.
Yeah, in case you didn't notice, we don't script anything.
No, just talking like rambling fools.
Yep.
All right, love you. Bye.